Hello and welcome to another draft analysis of Ace. Right now we have the second series of the day, NAVI versus Mineski, game 1. Okay, so for NAVI, their niche pick will be like General and Clockwork as well as Rogers Enchantress. These are their two kind of classic hero which I believe Mineski will target in terms of the ban.
10 seconds remaining.
And for Mineski, their strategy usually revolves around a slightly mid to later game kind of playstyle, where Mushi plays heroes like Anti-Mage. They also like to play, their other niche heroes are probably like Ice Timbersaw as well as Nana's Mirana.
10 seconds remaining.
And yeah, Navi's playstyle is more of a early game aggression, win the lanes and then try to just hold on to their lead and snowball. As for Mineski, as I mentioned, they'll be a more stable kind of playstyle. Mineski's lanings are actually pretty strong as well, as we can see during the Star Ladder finals against Liquid. And so I actually fear for Navi in terms of this matchup against Mineski.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, so as expected, Mineski they ban away the Enchantress as well as Clockwork in the first phase. And Navi they ban away Venomancer and Night Stalker. Pretty straightforward on both sides. Mineski they go for the first pick of Shaker. And will we get to see Seneco's Earth Spirit again? Or will he go for something more stable like a Lich? We saw how powerful Lich was in the EG versus BGJ Thunder Game 3 when Fear played it, and it was super strong, as in it helped the high ground with the ice armor, and yeah, it's just a very good hero. Instead they go for the Chen for Roger and Seneco's Earth Spirit. So without the Enchantress, they change it up and pick the Chen instead. It served a similar purpose in terms of the early game ganking potential, and on top of the Earth Spirit, this Navi's early game will be very aggressive. And Mineski they go for the Mirana for Nana, one of his best hero. It's a hero that is not that easy to gank in the mid lane because of his lead, so it makes a lot of sense. If Navi tries to gank him in the mid lane, he can avoid these ganks pretty well. And on top of an Earthshaker rotation, like a timely fissure and stuff, they might be able to even turn around for a counter kill.
5 seconds
Navi they decided to ban away Ice Timbersaw just as a respect ban. Okay, so pretty straightforward draft from both sides right now. Nothing out of the ordinary. The bans are really specific as well, so both teams have done their research, and it's being shown here in the early parts of the draft. So Navi is going to rely a lot on this Chen and Earth Spirit duo to create all the advantage they need in the early game. Their remaining 3 heroes for the cores will most likely be very stable cores that can hold on to their own on their lanes. They will try to get favorable matchups for themselves and just let the Earth Spirit and Chen do their rotation work. Mineski they ban away Pakna. Will they ban the Necrophos? Necrophos is something that Mineski likes to play as well, but Navi can definitely use a Necrophos right now in their lineup. Pakna is a hero that General played extremely well at Star Ladder. And yeah, so Mineski again targeting towards the comfort heroes of Navi. The Beastmaster ban here is a bit peculiar though, but with the Chen pickup, I think they're afraid of push threat with the Beastmaster and Chen. Beastmaster General is quite comfortable on that hero as well, probably in his top 5, and together with Chen, the pushing potential will be quite strong. And so Mineski decided to just remove it. Beastmaster can also provide the vision game, making it very difficult for the Earthshaker to get the initiation he wants. Navi he goes for the Puck. This could be a General Puck or Dandy Puck. I think the option is still open. And it could be Dandy Puck already because they know he's up against a Mirana and he's confident with matching up against this Mirana in the mid lane. Usually they will pick Dandy Zero last, so if they feel the need to switch it up for something that is more late game orientated, they might still switch it to
remaining.
general on the off lane and play like Lina mid for Dandy.
5 seconds remaining.
Mineski they goes for the Jakiro. And this looks like the Ninja Boogie's Jakiro on the position 5. It's a very common position 5 hero now. Although with Lich in the pool, I'm very surprised that they don't go for the Lich instead. I guess Jakiro is able to put on more tower pressure than Lich is more defensive and Jakiro is more aggressive, and Mineski chose to go for the aggressive route. They want to be able to push whenever they have the chance to. Liquid Fire is a very strong pushing tower pushing spell. Moving on, Navi, they should be picking up their carry here for Crystallize. They usually like to go for Weaver or Void for him, but instead this time around they go for the Life Stealer. It's really good against the heroes that Mineski have. A lot of the spells they cast, he's able to reach out of it. And Mirana relies a lot on the magical damage in the early game. And Lifestealer, the rage kind of negates that. The only problem about Mirana against Lifestealer is come late game, and if Mirana is really farmed, he's actually a very good counter to Lifestealer. It's a bit similar to how Weaver, because he'll just be hitting Lifestealer from the outside of the fight, and when Lifestealer closes him down, he can just slip away. Similar to how Weaver can just Sukuchi away. And yeah, it's actually a very good answer in the late game. But early mid game, Lifestealer is really very strong, especially if you have Earth Spirit and Puck as a vehicle. Navi's game plan in this game is going to use the Puck as a vehicle most likely and jump on heroes like Earthshaker or Jakiro to start the fight. So if they're able to burst down the Jakiro, if they're able to burst down the Earthshaker before the fights even start, then it's going to be very good for them, because the Earthshaker is the most part of the control for Mineski's side. And Mineski immediately go for the Razor as a counter pick to this Lifestealer.
10 seconds remaining.
Lifestealer is countered by a few core heroes, and Razor is definitely one of them, one of the strongest one as well.
Remaining.
Razor is also a very strong laner, and that means that Mineski's lane is actually looking really strong right now. There's even a possibility that Mineski might put Ice on this Razor and go aggressive against the Lifestealer, just because they know that Earth Spirit and Chen will be roaming, and they won't have a support to help this Lifestealer. And Razor, if it's able to match up against a Lifestealer, is really strong in that lane as well. Going into the last span, Mineski is lacking either a hero for Ice or, as I mentioned, it could, because Razor could be Ice hero, then they'll be lacking a hero for Mushi. Bloodseeker will be a very good option as well. It's very strong against Lifestealer because of Rupture. Rupture goes through Rage, and Lifestealer wants to hit people, but with Rupture, he's forced to stay on the same spot. A bit similar to the Lycan. Just that Lycan is it counters Lycan much more.
10 seconds.
And Navi expects this Razor to be offlane and decided to remove Mushi's anti-mage. Currently the draft advantage, I would say, is in the favor of Mineski, just because they have this Razor and they can even go for something much stronger for Mushi. And Navi really needs to have an answer for their last pick to turn this whole draft around. As of now, it's really hard.
Dire team pick.
And Mineski, they ban the Queen of Pain. I really think they need something like maybe a Templar Assassin, just as a, because TA can carry the mid game really hard, and now Navi needs that that mid game presence to kind of win the game and turn the draft around. Going for Lina might be their choice, but I don't think it's gonna work this game.
Radiant team pick.
And Mineski, they go for the vengeful carry on Mushi. They used to do it quite a bit. It's a really strong tri-core from Mineski with vengeful Razor as well as Mirana. Their lanes is really strong, and if you have strong lanes against Navi, Navi won't be able to do what they excel in doing. They won't be able to have an early advantage and snowball from there. I think a very crucial timing for Navi is the Puck's blink, and then how they use this blink to get all the infest ganks and stuff, whether they can start winning team fights from there. But based on the laning, I'm afraid that Mineski might actually snowball this pretty hard. And as expected, they go for Dandy's Lina in the mid lane. But as I mentioned, I know that this was going to happen, but I'm not sure if it's the right choice. Okay, instead they put Ice on the Mirana and Nana on the Razor. Something different, but the overall objective is still the same. Mineski's lanes are really strong. Actually, gonna favor Mineski's draft in this game. Unless the Rogers, Chen and Cynical's Aspire is able to get off a lot in the early game. Which they have done before. So yeah, just hopefully they're able to work some wonders. The late game scaling of both teams are pretty similar, with the Lina Lifestealer against the Razor, Mirana as well as Vengeful Spirit. But I really feel for the early game for Navi. The Mineski's their laning setup is gonna be really strong. Okay, that's all for game 1. And yeah, see you.